We turn sideways and take your right foot forward, left foot backward. Clasp your arms, your palms together and raise your arms up. Bend down. Breathe normally. This is Veerbhadrasana 1. Hold the posture as per your endurance, as per your capacity. Slowly, slowly come back. Now twist towards, turn towards the left side and clasp your palms. Stretch your arms forward and raise your arms up. Bend down. Breathe normally. Slowly, slowly come back. We will perform Veerbhadrasana 2 also. Stretch your legs, spread your legs and turn your right foot in right direction. Stretch your arms horizontally and turn your head towards the right side. Bend towards the right side. Keep your body straight. Your arm should be horizontal to the surface. Breathe normally. Maintain the balance. Slowly, slowly come back. Now other side. Turn your left foot on left direction. Right angle and right foot inside. Hands horizontal. Turn your head towards the left side and bend down. Breathe normally. Slowly, slowly come back. So we have practiced Tadasana, Tirak Tadasana, Veerbhadrasana 1 and Veerbhadrasana 2. So now we will perform some seated posture. Let us sit in Vajrasana. Sit in between the heels, knees together and toes together. In case for the beginners, a piece of advice, they can use cushion in below the ankles and below the hips also. But a word of caution for those suffering from acute knee pain, knee injury or ankle injury, they should avoid it till it's normalized. This asana, Vajrasana, is important and useful if it is performed after the meals because it accelerates the digestion process. We will perform one Mandukasana, which is very good for diabetes because while doing Mandukasana, it massages the pancreas, which is responsible for secretion of the insulin. So my word of caution for those who are having backache, they should not round their back down, they should keep the back straight and bend forward. And those who have undergone abdominal surgery, they should avoid it, and it is prohibited in case of pregnancy and menstruation cycle. So let us put our fists together on the navel point and exhaling, bend forward, make your spine round. For those having backache, they should not make the spine round, they should keep the spine straight. Breathe normally, slowly. Come back. Now in this sequence, the another variation of Mandukasana is make your left hand like a cup and right hand over it, and put the hands on your navel point. Now inhale and exhaling, bend forward. Breathe normally, slowly come back. Now change your hands and place them on the navel point. Breathe in and breathing out, exhaling, bend down. Slowly come back. For those having backache, I will show you how they should perform. They should keep the spine straight, like I am keeping my hands fist on the navel point and I am bending forward, keeping my spine straight like this. This will give the full benefit of Mandukasana, and their spine is also intact. Slowly come back. Okay, let us practice some pranayama. Sit in Sukhasana or Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, or Padmasana, full lotus posture. Resting on the knees, spine erect, head straight, eyes gently closed, facial expression pleasant, normal, peaceful. We will practice full yogic breathing first. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. When you inhale, then first abdominal breathing, belly bulged, followed by chest breathing, chest out, expanded out, and followed by clavicular breathing, shoulders raised. Combining all these three is full yogic breathing. Please start. Inhale deeply, bulge your belly, further inhale, expand your chest, further inhale, raise your shoulders up, and exhale, contract the shoulders, contract the chest, contract the abdomen completely. Continue deep breathing, full yogic breathing, abdominal breathing followed by chest breathing and clavicular breathing. Inhale to the maximum capacity of the lungs and exhale when you completely exhale out, when you don't have any air to be exhaled. And then further inhale deeply, slow, steady, deep and long breath. Just concentrate over your breathing and have deep breath. Slowly come back. This deep breathing should be performed at least for 5 minutes, and you can have practice up to 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because more the air going inside, more the oxygenation of the blood, and it helps in rejuvenation of the various internal organs. Now Kapalabhati. Reverse your hands on the knees. Inhale deeply, and this a word of caution for those suffering from hypertension or heart cardiac issues. They should not do with the medium pace as we are doing. We will show mild Kapalabhati for them in this sequence separately. And those who have undergone abdominal surgery, they should not do it, and it should be avoided in case of menstrual cycle and in case of pregnancy. And whatever be the medical conditions, it should be under the observation of the yoga expert and your doctor. Keep your spine straight and start exhaling. And the exhalation should be active with medium pace, medium force. And in between the two strokes, there is a slight pause in which you can have passive inhalation, short, shallow breath. Start, please. Slowly come back. This is Kapalabhati with medium pace, medium force. Now Kapalabhati with mild force, mild pace, especially for those having cardiac issues and hypertension, or those who have undergone surgery operations more than 6 months ago. Mild force, mild pace. Kapalabhati. Inhale deeply and start Kapalabhati with mild force, mild pace. Slowly come back. Now we will practice Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Anulom Vilom Pranayama is basically a purificatory method for purification of principal channels of energy, especially Ida and Pingla. Ida is the left nadi, Pingla is the right nadi, and in between the two is the Sushumna nadi. So make the position with the right hand like this, Nasagra Mudra. First two fingers, index finger and middle finger are bent, and ring finger and little finger are straight. Block your right nostril with the right thumb and inhale, and keep your left hand in Gyan Mudra and eyes closed, spine straight. Inhale deeply through left. Block the left nostril, open the right nostril, Exhale through right. Again, inhale through right. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. Please complete the cycle. Today we will practice one more pranayama, Agnisar pranayama. It is very good for digestive power, enhancing digestive power. In this, we inhale and exhale, keep the breath out and move the abdomen inside outside. Means we squeeze the abdomen, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Place your palms on your reverse on the knees and inhale deeply. Exhale completely and move the squeeze the abdomen, release, squeeze, release. Continue. Come back. This Agnisar pranayama ignites the fire inside the body, especially near the navel point, because this is the solar plexus, Manipur chakra. It is the power center. So by squeezing, releasing and keeping the breath out, the fire is ignited inside the navel point and it rejuvenates the body. Again we will make one more round of Agnisar pranayama. Inhale deeply, exhale, keep the breath out, start squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing. Come back. Normalize your breath. Now we will practice Bhramari pranayama as is suggested by the name. Bhramari means it is on the name of humming bee, Bhramar. When it goes near the flower, it creates a sound of humming. So with that, we have taken this pranayama of humming bee breathing, Bhramari pranayama. Cover your eyes with the next finger and middle finger, little ring finger below the nose, little finger below the lips, and cover your ears and turn your tongue upward to touch the soft palate and inhale deeply, humming 3 times. Come back. There is a provision of applying kumbhak, means while inhaling, at the end of the inhalation, antarik kumbhak, internal kumbhak means internal retention of the breath, and after completing the humming, we do bahya kumbhak, means external retention of the breath. So, but this retention kumbhak should not be performed by those having hypertension or cardiac issues. Others can do. So, we'll practice it next time. Inhale deeply and concentrate over your breath. Visualize your body. In this meditative posture, meditative stage, you can have good determinations in your life. You can have good affirmations, and those affirmations and determinations will come true because your willpower will be strengthened to perform and observe those determinations. Now inhale deeply and humming 3 times.